Say what? What the heck is that thing? So what in the heck can this be? It looks like 2x4s laminated together to where with them being laminated, I would guess you could basically say, because there's two of them and it looks like they're screwed and glued. You know, it looks like maybe it's like a 4x4 that has been created. But wait a minute. What's up here? There's an eye hook, or I guess you could call it an eye bolt or whatever. It has a chain hanging on it. That looks like one of them devices that people get and hang on their garage wall so that they can put hose or a bicycle or something like that on it. Oh, that's kind of strange. And wait a minute, I just saw a sparkle of something else. Look at there. There's another eye screw or whatever you want to call it over here on this side. What the heck is going on? What could this guy be doing with this? And of course, I think by now everybody understands that you really can't be sure what this guy is always doing. So let's turn it over a little bit. Take a look at it down the road here. See, it's up on its side. There's the screw eye. And what's that thing? Why would there be a hole in the end of it like that? Well, okay. Y'all have to stay tuned for this one. You're going to see exactly what I have designed and built out of my mind, maybe. We're going to see if this thing works the way I think it will. See you on the next clip. Well, hello everyone. Today we're going to try something different. According to the intro here, I think you already got that impression. This is exactly what happens when you have just way too much time on your hands, sitting waiting for the rain to stop. The social distancing to relax, and I'm telling you, I had to try this. So sit back, enjoy, have a cup of coffee. I hope this works. We'll catch y'all in just a little bit. Well, here we are. It's been a couple of weeks now, and I'm just now getting back out. We have had so much rain that we've been joking around here about the possibility of starting to build an ark. And I'm going to try something today that, well, number one, and those who know me know that I have to try this. I have to try to see if I can. Okay, do you remember at the first beginning of this video, I asked, what on earth was this? What has he gone and done now? And then I explained what I did was 2x4s, and they were laminated together, and they were screwed together, and they were glued together to make basically a 4x4 post, and this one happens to be 13 feet long. And then I said, what on earth was this hanging up here for? And it's on a chain, and then there's another hook there. Did anybody come up with what that was? Okay, if I turn around, Does that help? Yeah, well, this is what happens when you're locked in the house for extended periods of time due to flus and pandemics and whatever. You start thinking and you start, and I had to try it. Yeah, we're going to see if I can hook this to that and create a crane arm so that I personally and individually can lift the rafters to this barn up and set them in position instead of busting a gut trying to do it by hand. Now I'll probably do it to this fork over here instead of that one, but this is going to be my attempt. I'm taking you along, fail or success, it doesn't matter. We're going to take you along, and hopefully I can puff my chest with pride when this is all over and not sink my head in shame. So I'm going to set this up and let you see me attaching it and getting it going, and then we're going to go see what we can do with it. Like I said, I did a lot of measuring to make sure that this would work or would fit, let's put it that way. And I got to raise it just a little bit so that I can get under it, and you'll see why here shortly. To Lowe's, and I got some hardware. I don't know if I'll need all 4 of them or not, but we're sure we got them in case we did. This one's going to work. Yeah. Now the only reason I put this on here was I came to realize there had to be a reason that all the cranes have that on there, and that is to add strength to the height. So that's why it's there, and that's what we've got, and that's what we're getting ready to try. Of course, everybody knows if you got a crane, you gotta have a flag on it. And here's where we have to start doing some voiceover, simply because again, I didn't quite get the microphone system all set up properly, and I thought it was working. And if you hear in the background, I was just talking away. But come over here, got it hooked up to the crane, and we started lifting it up. And I'll be quiet here for a little bit and let you just listen and watch it for a little bit to show just how it went. I decided I was going to use the ladders to help with the stability of it, and I think that was a pretty good idea because it really did work. It helped immensely as far as keeping it from swinging back and forth. Now here, if you watch the front tire, you'll see that I start turning it to the left, which is giving it just a bit of an adjustment to try to get the hanger that's holding the rafter to straddle that post. And you'll probably be able to see it here too. There, it just straddled it, and it just fit. I can raise it up a little bit and set her back down, and okay, so maybe I'm not as smooth with it as I'd like to be, but there it is. There it is. Lock the tractor in place so it doesn't want to move. And now I can come up here and try to sock that down and get it where it belongs. Now I set one screw there just to make sure that it was there and waiting on me when I come back, and then I took the next one, and that's when I really buried it in there good. Okay, now I think I've got it locked in. It's time to go down and set the other side down and see if I can get that taken care of. I don't know what that was I had to pick up, but something must have caught my eye. Now let's get that set down where it belongs. And if you watch up there, you'll see just a little tiny movement. And there it is. It's set down, and it set almost perfectly. I didn't have to adjust it any other way. Just go up and lock it in with some screws. Now this side's locked in. All I gotta do is go back. You remember I told you I set a screw on the other side just to make sure that it was there and ready to go. I'll go over there and go ahead and put that screw in. And I think after that I'll add one more on top of it. There it is. Now, all I got to do is
move the tractor and the crane out of the way and do the center part. And we'll call this job, well, here, let's just wait a little bit. You can just hear me talking away. And here I am back up there, putting the last screws in the center and making sure that it's up there on a permanent basis. I probably could have used nails, but I much prefer to use screws when possible, because I know that makes it permanent and forever. And very seldomly will the type of screws I use using there back their way out. Now you can see I'm pointing, I'm talking about how I've got to remove the two end posts and cut them off flush so that the profile is ready and it's ready to stick the purlins up there to put the roof in.
The profile sure does look different now without those posts sticking up. And let me raise it up here and you can see I got them both cut off. It's the rafter on that end, and yes, I still have the supports right there that's pulling that post in, and that will probably stay for a while until I get the front rafter on, and then when I tie all of them together, then that will come off. One of the things I've decided to do, I brought up my angle grinder, and before I undo those, I'm going to cut the tops of those screws off, and that'll make it a whole lot easier to put on and take off, because then I can use that to do so. But between you, me, and the rest of YouTube, that worked like it was meant to be designed to do that. So I guess my point here is, if anybody out there needs a crane for light duty. Now, this is light duty. I don't know how heavy it'll go or how much, or engineers are probably going, oh my goodness. But for light duty, which is what this is, and all the rest, except for the very last rafter, all the rest of them down there are even lighter than the one that I just lifted. And I think you have already seen just how easy that was. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off the top of those screws, or those nuts or bolts, or whatever you want to call them, U-clamps. And from that point on, once I back off those nuts, we should be in great shape to put this back on again and use it when I go to put the rest of the rafters up. Okay, we'll be back.
Well, the wind really isn't blowing, but it's stead, Homer. I'd like to thank you all for stopping by. Don't forget to give us thumbs up. Subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, and tell the heavy equipment crane operators. I'm sure they'll get a big, huge laugh out of this one. We'll catch you all the next time, and y'all have a blessed, blessed, blessed day. Bye-bye.